Okay.
So here's what I would suggest you talk about.
Yep.
What are some of the tips or ways that you guys can? So how can you tell people how to keep momentum as a realtor?
Do stuff.
How can you keep your momentum? How do you not go stale? I quit. You know
You're an
what?
idiot.
Get yourself another person because I quit. So
Sorry. I sold a great listing and now I do a podcast.
And Instagram lives.
So
I'm kind of a
how to
big
keep
deal.
momentum as a realtor?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Stuart Sinclair.
And my name is Mike Sammer. Welcome to the Stu and Mike Show.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Have a great day. All right, so
Peace
Bruno
out.
wants us to talk about momentum.
Yeah.
Momentum.
Right,
How
momentum.
to keep momentum.
How do we keep momentum?
Well, we do things and stuff.
I think that's the secret question, though, right? It's like,
I find that if you're consistent and you have things in a system, momentum's just going to happen.
the pipeline is consistently
Pipeline,
filled,
just keep the pipeline filled.
but it's not predictable,
No, not at all.
right?
This stupid COVID thing.
Yeah, but that wasn't a detriment to our business.
No, but it was for a little bit. Scared the hell out of people.
Yeah.
But now, did COVID change the momentum?
Just
Yep.
when you walk, can you just try not to?
Yeah,
we're trying to
please
record.
don't hit things.
you're hitting
We've
stuff
got
and
microphones here.
we're trying to record.
They're very
There's a glass-
sensitive, and they
glass
pick up
table.
all the
If
stuff
a
here.
Just
17-year-old
really
wants
disruptive
to
to
be
us.
A realtor, what momentum do you think that they should already put into place?
Oh my gosh, I would. So for me,
A 17-year-old?
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
you know what I would do? So my suggestion would be is start writing down all the people you know. I think that even with social media, even with anything, write down like on a piece of paper or in your notes or whatever, all the people that you know. Get that ready. So many agents don't do that.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
The database, and that's what I tell everyone to do. The easiest thing to do is create your database
Yeah.
of your sphere, people that you know, people that are in your database, family, friends, acquaintances. Get all their information down. Put their name, their phone numbers, their addresses, their email addresses, and then go through that list and just call them.
There was actually, who's that agent? There's an agent that came from, was it Francesco? I don't know. There was an
The
agent.
Dominics.
There was an agent that came from the car
Francesco.
business, and
Yeah.
he had a huge database,
Yeah.
and just went through it.
That's it.
And he's doing fantastic, right?
Yeah, he's killing
so-
it. He's doing amazing. But yeah, the database is the biggest thing. I mean, when I started, I didn't have that database. That was the biggest.
Or friends. Yeah,
Very few friends.
I'm
still
surprised.
don't
I'm
have
surprised your wife married you. To be honest.
I had a big. No, I didn't mean it that way. I had a big dowry. I was gonna say. Shit.
Sorry, what was the big thing you had?
So
Big pile of money?
How did you get your momentum then if you didn't have that starting base?
So that's the difference on how some people start, right? So for me, I had to start out of desperation. I had to start out of.
Why don't you tell people what you used to do?
I will. If you can shut up for a second, I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to build up the story here, and you're.
He's a storyteller.
Yeah, I'm a storyteller. So I didn't have the huge network, right? So and when I got into the business, I was already a plumber. I was like in my 30s, late 20s or early 30s. So for me, that network didn't exist, and I did it out of desperation. So I started cold calling, and that's how I got. That's literally how I got into it. Technically, I got into email dripping everybody through Kijiji. I would go on Kijiji at nighttime. And I would literally get booted off. I would get an email from Kijiji saying, you've exceeded the amount of emails that you've sent out to people on our system. You can no longer send out emails for the next 24 hours.
Wow.
And I would just go through FISBOs and pitch lines like, hey, just all that other stuff. Then I would start to call. Then I started calling. And that's
Did you
how I
ever,
started.
was one of your lines, did you want to get sold?
I wasn't get sold back then.
No. But maybe
that's
that's
how
where
it
it started.
It could have been.
Did you want your house to get sold?
Do you want it to get
Visit
sold?
getsold.ca.
I didn't have getsold.ca back then.
No, but I'm plugging you.
I know you're plugging me, but back then it didn't exist.
Yeah. Sorry, go on with your
Sorry.
Kijiji story.
Thanks. It's over. It was done.
No, it wasn't. So
I got into it. So I started
Kijiji.
at the cold call. Like I didn't have business. So yeah, newborn kid. I'm struggling realtor. Got my license, and then basically I spent all my days just calling. And I remember when I first started, listings out in the west side of Mississauga to like just wherever a FISBO was, I was just going out to it, taking a listing.
Dude, you're a machine.
No, I needed to do it. I had no other choice, man. I needed to make money. Like, I had bills, I had family to take care of. So for me, it was not an option. And I remember talking to Melanie too, because while I was getting my license, I started a vending business.
Yeah.
Vending machines. And I would sell routes and all this other stuff, right? So I remember saying, like, are we not like scared? Like, fuck, like, my husband was going off and doing this shit. Like, I'd be like, we have no money coming in. It's like, no, you're a hustler. I know you'd get it done somehow, right? So and that's what ended up happening. But that's where
she's a saint.
She's a saint. Thank you, Melanie. She got me the jacket.
Yeah, it's a lovely jacket, by the way.
Melanie, they love it. It's great. See,
you did well.
And she's gonna say I never wanted it. So
and also you had, like, I've seen you over the years, man. You plug away. Like, you are on those stupid phones you were.
I used to be. I'm not as much more.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of prospecting ninja. Yeah,
prospecting ninjas for sure. But seeing that, like, I've said it to you so many times. Like, even sitting in with you, that's like. It's amazing at what you do.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I do it because
and you are a hustler.
I am. I do. I feel that I'm providing value to people. So it's like I need to
100% you are.
And then same thing with you. You go out there because you know that, listen, you want to work with me because you know what I can do for you, right?
And it's all you've built, and it's building and building, and so many people. So this 17-year-old that's getting into the business, are they millennials now? What the hell's...
No, they're called
snowflakes?
Oh,
whatever the hell they are.
Snowflakes.
Yeah, they're called
fucking snowflakes.
No, millennials is like a few years younger than I am. So millennials, I think, start at 83.
Okay.
Now I think this is X Gen or Z Gen or something.
Whatever they are.
Anyways,
the biggest thing that they'd have to remember is not getting the instant gratification, and that is a huge thing. That all these coaches say it takes 180 days to a year and a half, really, to get some stuff in. Mm-hmm. And it's being consistent and, doing all the...
There's no fast, easy pill, easy lead gen site, easy lead source, easy.
And I find that a lot of people, when they put their network together and they start selling... So the best age to become a realtor, in my opinion, is 25-ish, because now all your friends or your network, they're ready to buy. They're ready, they're married, or like everybody's done school usually. They're ready to move on with their life. They got themselves a great job.
Yep.
They're in the position to. So maybe the best thing to do would just be find people between the ages of 25 and 30.
Well, so that I'm going to bring my next point. I'm looking at demographics as far as age goes, right? Mm-hmm. And I know, like, if Facebook leads and you do stuff like that, I'm looking at the next step people. I don't want the 25 to 30s. It's hard for me maybe to relate to those people. There's a whole bunch of other people catering to those. Mind you, I did my last 2 deals were that age group. Mm-hmm. But
you got to dress like
the lucky.
Like, no, you got to dress like an 18-year-old.
I know.
There was a comment that I dress like a kid.
You do, well, you aged well. Yeah. You haven't aged.
Thanks, buddy. It's oil level A twice a day.
Actually, use like a coconut oil on my face.
Yeah, nice.
I do, seriously.
Sorry,
again, there's someone who does this all the time, full time, or you have somebody who's working a job. Let's say they're a teacher, and on the side they sell a couple homes a year, and they're happy to do that. For the most part, that person won't be as effective or as efficient as somebody who does it full time.
Right, but now you don't want to go on a rant against them.
Well, he went on a rant just basically with regards to the real estate board and how many people have gotten their real estate license. And the reality is I think it was like 60-70% of people do like 2 deals a year.
I know.
Out of
crazy.
It, right? So his idea was we need to make things a little bit more challenging to get in. Maybe
full-time realtors do
just
too?
So in some provinces, if I'm not mistaken, or even some states in the States, you have to be full-time to get your license. You cannot do this part-time. So if you want to be a realtor, and whoever, by all means, comment or let me know if it's a province or states. I know somewhere in the States as well, you have to be a full-time realtor. You cannot have a second job somewhere else.
So that's, which was fantastic. But
then the other thing is that, make our fees higher. I wouldn't mind paying a $5,000 or $10,000 fee a year.
I don't make that much money. I don't make getsold.ca money.
So just so you guys know, Stuart, he's gone on vacation and it's the first quarter. He's already hit his marks already. So yeah, he's how many times have you seen on his Instagram that he's in California? But that's neither here nor there. But that would weed out a lot of people. Think about it. If you made the fees a little bit more,
Yep.
a little bit more expensive, people would think twice about going through this process to sell 2 homes a year.
So how many people say, "Oh, you're in real estate. I think I'm going to get into real estate."
My wife cringes when she hears that.
Yeah.
She
Well,
cringes.
so I went out with some friends on the weekend, and a friend of mine is an agent, and she told us that it's soul sucking at times.
Yep.
Real estate, and
Very much
people see Selling Sunset, they see $1 million listing, and they see the glamour, and they see all this good stuff, but they don't see the family dinner, you got to take a call, or they don't see that part of the stuff. So
I went on Super Bowl Sunday. Somebody called me up. He wanted to sell his house. I went over on Super Bowl Sunday, missed the first quarter of the game. Really wanted to watch it. Not a huge football fan. He bought the house.
LA plug.
There you go. LA.
Only plug.
He just bought it in December, closed in January. I said, "Okay, sir, you're looking to sell it?" Like, I wanted to qualify him. Yeah, the only time I have is Sunday. He called me at my daughter's hockey game on Saturday. I'm like, "Frick, okay." He wanted me to come right away. I'm like, "Okay." I came on Sunday, sat with him on Sunday, him and his wife. "Okay, you want to sell it? No problem. They're fixing it up. Perfect. I'll come back tomorrow with the paperwork." I came back a second day, sat with him. 3 days later, we're just going to lease it out. I'm like, "You're not leasing it out. You want to cancel the listing. I suspend it." No. We want form 202, whatever the form is.
Another agent hit him up.
It was because he even told me, I said, "Why aren't you using the agent that you bought it with?" "Oh, Mike, you seem a lot more, about the area, all this other stuff." I said, "Okay."
Did it come back out?
I'm sorry?
Did it come back out?
They have to renovate it. They're painting, and it takes 3 weeks to paint the house, and they put some laminate floors down. Other than that, they've done nothing to the home, and they're not going to get what they want for it. Actually, it was a blessing I didn't. So they canceled the listing on me.
So this is the part about this business that people, it's I tell everybody I have really, really, really thick skin, like saddle leather thick skin, and it's because of stuff like that. And they don't get that. They don't get that part of this business.
No. It's a
soul sucking.
So it is what it is, right? I spent a Saturday, Sunday, half of the Super Bowl. I went another day to to them, and I'm a service industry, so no problem. Always email their stuff, get everything going, put the sign on, put the lockbox on, did a little video for the property,
Instagram thing,
all that whole 9 yards, and then it's like, "Oh yeah, we want to." I said, "You guys are not telling me the truth."
Oh, this could be another good topic.
For the next episode.
No. So what about an upfront fee for listings?
So you pay me $500, and when I actually sell the listing,
500,
whatever,
5,000,
an upfront fee.
an upfront fee of.
Who's going to pay that?
Well, that's okay. So, but they expect us to spend $5,000 and then terminate the listing.
But everybody in our industry that sells to us expects us to pay them up front anyways. The lead company that you hire says, "No, not until you get a lead. Pay us up front, and then we'll give you leads." Well, why am I paying
So we're
you?
the only, probably one of the only occupations or services that do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Just so everybody knows, when we sell a house, we don't get paid when that house sells. We can sell a house today that closes in June. We don't get paid, not in June, but probably a couple of weeks after that, once we get the deposit monies from the lawyers and stuff. So our payment, our paycheck doesn't come until a couple of weeks after that closing date. So
I think I've said this before, that when I first got in the business, my buddies, they'd see me sell a house, like, "Oh my God, you sold a house, you get 2.5%. And they start doing the math, and I'm like, "Ooh, it's not. I wish it was that number."
Yeah.
So I think that's another podcast, though.
Yeah. Awesome.
So anyway, great chat as always.
Yes.
Again, lovely jacket. Your hair's looking pretty slick. I like what you did with the beard. And
Where can they find you?
you can find us at the Stu and Mike Show on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify.
Everywhere.
But
Everywhere.
don't we have that on our thing?
Yes, it's all linked in our Instagram.
Have a great day.
See ya.
Make sure you check out the Stu and Mike Show on all major platforms.
Like, follow, and subscribe.